Hey, this is Ugg and my travels on the Appalachian Trail. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you can see plenty more videos to come. Hey guys, I'm still here in Gatlinburg and I'm in the Micro Hotel. All my crew left early this morning and they're hiking on. So anyway, I just thought I'd address this. I'm not out here to become a mountain man. That's not why I'm hiking the AT. So I am losing some weight, but if I keep on staying in town, I'll put some of it right back on. So tonight, meeting a bunch of hikers at a brew place, and we're gonna have fun. But this is a little session following up here, and I call it Hiker Talks. Basically, it's just allowing some of us hikers to vent and maybe say something about their hike and maybe try to dispel some of the conceptions out here about how easy it is. It's not real easy, but also just to sit around and talk. So I hope you enjoy it. It was a lot of fun to do that, and I hope to do a couple of those in the future. But without any delay, here we go. Hey, we're all just here in the hotel room, and we are just talking about various things. Nice, nice, and just curious, guys. I was wanting to know what you guys thought of the trail, and the perceptions of what you're hearing from people about the trail.
I mean, I love the trail. Like, I think we've also been really fortunate going through the Smokies with the weather we had. I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by perceptions of the trail, I guess.
I mean, not from our viewers or from other
Okay.
people. What do you think they think it's like and stuff like
I
that?
think that the average person who hasn't done any sections of the AT probably thinks it's easier than it actually is. But I don't know. It is difficult, but that makes the reward that much greater, I guess.
Yeah, no, I feel like people think that we're out here smoking, joking, and coking,
Yeah,
and
people think
and,
it's just
and having
really.
and having just a grand old time, just a big party,
I mean, right now we drank a lot today, kind of.
Well, but we were in
Not on
town.
trail.
Yeah, not on trail. I
We
guess.
we're in town, and it was only because we took a day off, right? I mean, because
Yeah.
we don't you don't go out and get slammed and get on the trail, or you don't like hike out with a pint of beer,
Well,
or
not everybody.
But how many people have you seen do that? I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a rarity to see alcohol on the trail.
Out of everyone I've met,
There's only one person.
I've seen 2 people pack out beer and 1 person pack out vodka, and I haven't met anyone else who packed out any liquor.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. What do you think, Holly?
I think people don't realize how much elevation you climb, because in most YouTube videos you see, like, there will be parts where they're like, oh wow, this is a really steep hill, but I don't think the people really put themselves in the shoes of those people.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not just like a little hill. You're going uphill sometimes for like 2 or 3 hours.
Well,
Yeah.
Also, to piggyback on that, something that I can say from making videos myself is that I typically am not filming when I'm short for breath because I won't be able to talk. So a lot of times viewers don't get to see the extreme uphill of like
But-
on YouTube because nobody wants to film during
Yeah,
that
you can
time.
barely
breathe. But you know what I find? I find even when you are filming something that is
Yeah.
like steep, when the video comes out, it doesn't look that steep.
I
I
that's
agree
something
with that for sure.
Well,
Yeah, the angle
Yeah.
always looks
Even
less.
if the person looks at a map and they see that elevation change, they're gonna be like, wow, that's a lot of elevation change. But I think they gotta think, all right, when I've done this in the past, like just one mountain in the past, it's been hard. You gotta remember, like, you're doing that like
Yeah.
hundreds of times
Yeah.
throughout the whole trail. It's like I think
Right.
that's what people forget is that it's not
I mean,
just, like,
yeah,
an
every
easy
single
You
day
climb a
we're
couple
climbing
like-
5 mountains at least.
Yeah,
every
multiple
day.
mountains a day we climb.
But I mean, you know, and what kills me is that, you know, you're saying, oh God, that's a high mountain, and you're climbing and climbing and climbing, only to get over the top and find that's a false peak.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
another
Yeah.
one right behind it, another one right behind it, and you're
There's a
saying,
main
oh,
tattoo said that.
Yeah, you'll go around like, and then you're thinking you're like, oh, coming up to the peak, and then it's actually just a switchback, and you're going up this high, like side here. It's yeah, that's always fun when that happens.
yeah, I hate that. 'Cause, I mean, but and then lately, I don't know about you guys, but I find that going downhill is
Yeah.
killing me.
I agree with that too. I mean, I think that going uphill is more of like a muscle thing, and going downhill is more of a joint thing. And I'll take muscle things over joint things any day, like as far as pain goes.
Well, and what do you think about these logs that are like steps in the middle of our
I don't like
trails?
them.
I mean, sometimes they suck, but like sometimes it's okay. But I definitely know there's like almost every time that there's like a log that's a step, there's like a little tiny side trail like to go up it, like that people use that you can just like.
Well,
kinda go
sometimes,
around
but
it.
but sometimes
yeah.
sometimes it's like, look, I have to, you know, look at this table, and I'm stepping up that, and like stepping on a table, and then I have to step on another table right beyond
Exactly,
that,
yeah.
and pretty soon my legs, it's not like the standard 8 to 10 inches of a normal
Yeah,
step.
it's like twice.
It's like sometimes it's 18 inches that we're stepping up,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say not only does it hurt my knees, but it also I think takes away from the path. Like I know certain parts it's probably for like to prevent erosion.
Exactly.
other
It's exactly
parts-
the reason they're there
but
is to help with mudslides
Other
and
parts though, I
erosion.
feel like it's just because it's so heavily trafficked that they put it there just to like make it look like a nice path. And I don't like that. I like it when they keep it more of like a natural path. 'Cause
Well,
it really
Sometimes
takes
it's just
away-
too steep. You need to have the stairs there because of
Yeah,
mudslides. I mean,
Yeah.
I've walked up trails where they don't put steps or they don't put like the little logs that like run the water off, and like it's been raining and I can barely walk up it because it's so like slippery. There's just so much.
Those
red
parts
Yeah.
I'm okay with, but the parts where it's
No,
like
those
you
are
can tell
like-
where it's like a nice parking lot, they're gonna put some steps. And I'm like, I don't like this.
One more topic before I'll turn this off. Let's talk about water.
Water.
Yeah, water is a pain. Like the one that caught me yesterday, and especially in the Smoky Mountains, it was icy everywhere.
Yeah,
Water
for
was
sure.
on the trail, and we were slipping and we were falling. But not only that, is one of the little blue dot water things. I got to it and I said, "Oh, this must be our water supply," and it was all frozen.
Exactly. Yeah.
And-
I thought
and-
the same thing. I had planned on getting water at that spot too, and it was frozen. So I didn't have that many more miles to go, and I wasn't dry yet. But
But
on cold days, you got to watch that.
and it seems to me that we dictate, you know, our hikes a lot of times on what's the next water drop,
Yeah.
and because, you know, I'm slugging it down when I need it, but if I know I have to go a couple more miles, I might be sipping it instead just to make sure it lasts.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I've had no problem with water like on the trail. It's rained so much that like I just drink as much water as I want, and then like I just know water sources usually within
Well,
like 3 miles of
I
where I'm
mean-
walking to. Like we're not on the PCT, so I don't have to like have 6 liters of water on me. Like I haven't carried more than a single liter of water at any given time for
Yeah.
any
Oh,
part of the
yeah,
trail.
I
There's so
carry-
much water sources, even when they
Yeah.
are frozen. There's ones
No,
that aren't.
that's what I think too. I mean, on the AT, water is so frequent, even on the long distance water carries.
Yeah.
That I mean, the way that I do, I only carry a liter at a time, and when I get to a water source, I'll sit down and take a real break and try to do at least a half a liter to a liter of water sitting at the source, so that way I still get my hydration, and then I only have to carry a liter on my way.
Well, and then the other thing that we don't even think about, and then I know Holly does because she did it on the last night out. She slept with her water in her pad or in her sleeping bag.
Yeah, I do that too.
And those of us that didn't woke up with our bottles frozen water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
And a lot of times I don't like to sleep with the whole water bottle in my bag because it does make me cold. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna need this in the middle of the night to be frozen.
Yeah, well, and the other thing is that they don't realize that we have to filter our water.
Yep.
And if you freeze your filter, that little sucker breaks, and then you might as well just take out another
Yeah,
$25 out of your pocket to go buy a new one.
Yesterday on the trail was in the teen-degree weather, and I know at least 3 hikers personally who broke their water filters yesterday.
Yeah.
One of them too.
Yeah, one of them.
Including me. All right. So anyway, thanks, guys. I'm sure that we'll be maybe doing this again sometime. But I think at this point, and it's something that I wanted to do because these guys are going to go on tomorrow, and I'm staying here because I have a deadline that I have to be in Hot Springs at the end of the month. And unfortunately, that's causing me to take more days off, and it's really breaking my heart because I'd like to go with you guys, but on the other hand, it's kind of nice that I get to have an extra hot breakfast or something like that. And anyway, I hope to catch up to you, but if not, we've got our information.
Absolutely.
And
We'll be in touch the whole time anyway.
Maybe just touch on that about hiking together. I want to talk to especially now CJ and Keith over here. That they came out here together.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you guys: do you really hike together?
Yes and no.
We hike at different speeds, so like a lot of times we'll like come up to the same place, or like we'll start a hike together. I might start a little earlier than Scooch or CJ, and then like he'll pass me, but then like we'll end up going to like a Vista or something like that, like where we don't even know that we're going to the Vista, but we kind of both like to go to Vistas, so we'll just see each other there and be like hang out there for a little bit.
Yeah,
and we'll kind of.
But I think there's a perception that you got a bubble of people,
Yeah.
and that we're all in step with our hiking poles and that there,
Yeah, I mean,
like.
For the most part, every once in a while you'll run into like a couple, like here and there, would be 2 people together, maybe 3 people together, but almost every hiker is essentially hiking out here alone, and then you just socialize when you get to your destination.
And that's something that I don't think people understand, and that's because it really is a social trail. But I think what happens is that we all are doing our own hike, and we're all having our own goals and stuff. And in the morning, maybe what we get to do is we get together and we say, hey, let's go to this shelter.
Exactly, yeah.
And then it may take Scooch over here 3 hours to get there.
me.
Paris
3 hours and a minute.
Maybe 2 hours and 45 minutes. Then we got Tailgator. Tailgator's going to do it in 4 hours. And then they got me over here. I'm going to do it in 6 hours, So
Yeah, but we all get there,
but eventually we all get to the same destination and we hang out. But at certain times when we decide to do high mileage, today we're going to put out a 16-mile day. It might be an all-day hike for me, or or you guys might be sitting around for a few hours before I even get there. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, yeah, it's that everyone hikes their own hike,
Yeah.
Everyone has their own style out here. And, I think the coolest part at the end of the day is because we're all working out all day long, when you get to camp, everyone's endorphins are just going nuts. So everyone's just so happy to see each other and, pumped to share their stories that day. And it's just a different type of community and reaction you would ever get from just walking to see your friends at a bar. Everyone's just like, oh my god, you made it, how was it,
was it as hard as it was for me?
Yeah, exactly.
That was amazing, that was so hard. I can't believe we all just made that. That was great.
Anyway, so in parting here, is there any last words you guys want to say? And I know I'm going to see you guys again eventually,
we'll
but
be hanging out for you now.
I'm kind of bummed again. Like I said, you guys are leaving tomorrow, and I'm going to stay around another day, and then who knows when we're going to hook up again? Yeah. Probably in Hot Springs.
Yeah, Hot Springs for sure.
Hot Springs will hit. I have some coconut rum waiting for me there.
Love it.
And you guys will have to help me with it. Yeah. Let me tell you. So, all right, guys. We're out here, and I'm just going to probably post this informational instead of doing a day-by-day trail thing, so everybody kind of feels like they're part of our hike, I think. All right, we're out here.
Bye.
Bye.